I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, it is time for episode 8 of Frontier. If you guessed over under on the 6.5, if you guessed under, looks like you failed. This could be another few episodes. There's at least one for doing all this touch-up and possible insert leveling. There's today's episode, which I'm going to try and get all of the non-working bulbs working. Let's throw it in lamp test here. Pretty sure we got 4 bulbs. 1, 2, 3, and 4 bulbs that we have to get working. So once I do that, then I will go ahead and install the LED adapter boards and get rid of all the flicker. And there might be another episode on flipper rebuild, but that should be interesting because I'm going to change from the linear style flippers to the older, more reliable style, the OG style. My first time doing that, but I've done my research and I've talked to Shane Jackson of Maple Pinball, who has done the swap on like at least 6 of his games, give or take, and gets rid of the linear flipper crap every time and loves it. And you know, some people like to keep it original, but in this case I would pick function over form. The original style is just way more reliable and it's just better. Also, like, the linear style has those big long plungers and they're very heavy compared to the original plunger and links, so that makes for a little bit more sluggishness of the flippers. So it's just, the original design is better. I'll get into more detail once I do that, but for now I'm going to work on some lights here. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the sockets or the connectors on the lamp driver board. I'm thinking it's going to be transistors. That's my guess. 4 bulbs. I'm going to say maybe 1 connector needs to be repinned and 3 transistors. That's going to be my guess. Maybe reflowing the headers on the back, but I think the sockets are probably good. And what I can do is just like jumper this light to this socket and see if it works or not. That'll help me decipher. And yeah, I'll show you that shortly. One thing I'm noticing more and more that I look at these inserts is that some of them are actually chipped away. Like, this is pretty significant. That is a snake and is missing all that black. But you know, maybe I can just touch that up with some paint and it shouldn't look too bad. I'm gonna probably try that. And it looks like all these eagles here, they're missing a little piece there, a little piece there, and a little bit down there. These cougars, there's a little piece there. Wolves are pretty good, and the bears are actually good, but the snake has taken a serious beating, even up the top here. Anyway, let's check some bulbs. Okay, first test we're going to do is this jumper test I was talking about. I'm going to take a good socket here. Oh, there's a friggin' nail or something stuck to my alligator clip. Where'd that go? Oh, disappeared into the ether. Pretty much par for the course for dropping little bits. Oh wait, I actually found it. Here we go. It's like an old side rail nail or something. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Now let's see if this gets this next socket to work here. Yeah, I figured as much. So that means we know that the bulb is good, obviously, and the socket is good. This side, same thing. Okay, and then this guy over here. Oh, interesting. So we can't confirm whether that socket is good for sure yet, or the bulb. So that's a different issue. And then check this out. I figured out the issue with my spinner already. Well, potentially. I didn't change it to LED yet. It was hiding under the drop target bank. Oh, and I think I just saw it light up too. So what we need to do is get my little brush here. Any one of these guys will do. Give this a clean. You know, I could get fancy and put in some different colored LED for the spinner. That would be fun. For now, I've got a white on me, so look at that. All right, one issue resolved already. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Remember in the previous episode where I guessed that there was 114 light bulbs in this machine, but there was only 113 by my count? This is 114, mother effers. That means I guessed the exact right number of bulbs in this machine, so there you go. All right, I might be on to bulb number 2. Check this out. If you just mess with it, it will turn on. So that is just a flaky socket or connection. So I will bend out the socket, Dremel it out, really clean it up, maybe even try a different bulb, and that should be all for that guy. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. I don't need any metal bits in my eyes, so I'm going to use the camera to block. All right, let's see if that solved that. I did swap bulbs with this guy, just, you know, just different bulbs have the tiniest different shapes and the different tensions, and hey, did my problem move? Was it this one the whole time, or was it this one? Is it a shitty LED? Let's get rid of that. Which one did I just clean? Come on now. Okay, let's steal this bulb. Put it in here. Well, those guys are all happy now. And then we'll take the crappy LED and stick it over here. Oh, look at that. It is actually just a crappy LED, I guess. Maybe its butt needs to be cleaned. Maybe that'll fix it. Yeah, so it's official. I just put the LED here, and the LED itself just, I don't know, it's weird. The LED itself is faulty, so there we go. One incandescent bulb and one faulty LED bulb. All right, next thing we got to do is find out which transistors are responsible for those other 2 lights. So we'll go to the schematics, and this is the switch matrix. Okay, we want lamp matrix. Now we can learn what our animals are actually called. We got a grizzly, predators special. We've got a bear, a wolf, and a lion. A hawk and a snake. Bear, wolf, lion, hawk, snake. Bear, wolf, lion, hawk, snake. Okay, I called that a cougar, so we're actually looking for lions. Okay, good to know. So this is the solenoid driver. These are very pristine schematics. And here we go. Lamp driver schematic. So we're looking for some lions here. And let's see what we got. Here we go. Lion right. That's one of our guys. So we got to trace this back here very carefully to Q44. Anybody got a pen handy? Q44. Where's my pen? There, and a little notepad. I won't write in the schematics on the manual. Q44. Okay, now we need to find the other guy. So that was lion right. That's J3, pin 19, just in case we need to know. J3, pin 19. Okay, now we need lion left. Oh, here we go, lion center. So it's on a different connector altogether. Lion left, J1, pin 17. And lion left. Gotta go very carefully to Q13. Okay, now we're going to ground these transistors and see if those lights turn on. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. So that little nail's coming in handy now. I added that to the end of my alligator clip, just so I have a nice fine point to touch the transistor leg. And the other end is just attached to the ground strap. So hopefully my big fat head doesn't get in the way. I gotta locate Q44 and Q13, so let's see what I got. Q44. Right here. So I think it's the bottom right leg. Okay, I'm gonna save the results for one moment. I'm gonna try Q13 first. Then we can zoom out. Q13, bottom right leg. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is show the whole play field. Okay, you guys hunt for those lions. You got an eye on them? Alright, these guys right here, lefty lion and righty lion. And now I'll touch those transistors again. 44, here we go. 44, right here. What do you know? And then Q13. So that means that from the transistor to the connector, out of the connector, down the wire, into the socket, to the LED is all a good circuit, which means it's not connector related, header related, or terminal related on the housing. It means it's almost certainly two transistors, or actually I think they're called SCRs, silicone controlled rectifiers, if you want to get technical. So that's a pretty easy solution. I'm going to pull out the board, change those two guys, and then that should do that. Okay, I've got the board removed, and if you look closely, you can see some drippage all the way from the top to the bottom of the board. And I feel like more than one drip. There's that one major one down the middle. Oh yeah, there, now on that angle you can see quite a bit That is because the original battery is located right about here on the original MPU, and when that battery goes bad, it drips all the way down this board. And I already cleaned off the other day a bunch of green crusties. Actually, you can still see some. That is from the original battery. There's a little pool of it there. Ooh, look at those legs. So what I'm going to do after I change these transistors is get my 50-50 water and vinegar solution and just kind of try and neutralize all this stuff. Check out what I found on the back too. Same thing. Drip down the front, drip down the back. Fortunately, it didn't eat up any traces. But look at that, all the way down. Lots more there. Lots of fun green and blues. This is the worst area. Still looks juicy. And then it kind of like spreads along the bottom. And look at that, worked its way up around the sides too, I guess. Shit. In the grand scheme of things, I think just some vinegar and water will kind of stop any further damage. I mean, the fact that I only have 2 transistors out, that's pretty good. I wonder if those happen to be in the line. No, they're not even, the ones that are bad are not even in the line of fire here. On the front side, there's really no affected components except maybe this guy right here. He's a little crusty. So I'll get like a toothbrush and clean that up. And as for SCRs, see, SCR 200 volt, these are 2N5064s. And I think the originals are 2N5060s maybe. I'm gonna need to zoom in for this. Let's see if we can get a read on here. Well, that reading does not look like 2N5060, does it? But that's what we need to replace these guys, whatever these things are. But I'll go ahead and replace those. Alright, Q44 and Q13 are removed. Solder's been cleaned out. And now for the replacements. I'm usually listening to podcasts while I work away down here. Pinball podcasts, of course. And currently just listening to Triple Drain. So I enjoy that podcast a bunch. Those dudes are great. And also on another side note, the 24-hour Sanctum tournament is going on right now. If you haven't heard of it, it's literally 24 hours straight of pinball. However many rounds they fit in, I don't know. That is going on currently right now at the Sanctum in, where is that again? Connecticut? Is that right? I could be wrong. Anyway, we got a few Canadians in there, 7 of them to be exact. We got Walt Morose, we got Donna Y, and Phil Birnbaum, and I'm not actually sure who the other Canadians are. But that's going on right now. I will never do that because it just 24 hours of pinball does not sound fun. 2-3 hours, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 12 at a big tournament. That's cool. But 24, I think I would, no, that would not be good. My back, my knees, they would die. Yeah, so not doing that. Anyway, those transistors, SCRs, have been replaced. So let's see if this vinegar water solution will remediate all this nastiness. the board is literally still sticky. And I've got friggin' battery acid all over my hands. But it's not really acid, is it? It's actually alkaline, from what I understand. It's alkaline damage that happens to your board, not acid damage. So I have battery alkaline fingers, I guess, if you want to get technical. So I'm putting on quite a bit here, which means I'm going to have to really, really dry this off before I turn this on, and that's sad because I don't want to wait. I just want to see if everything works. So maybe I'll stick this over my my register, my floor heater thingy, and try and help the drying process. So I don't want to wait 24 hours. I want to pop this in and check almost immediately. Maybe I'll do something. I'll stick this on my my heat vent. I'll mess around with something else, and then in like whatever, half an hour or an hour or something, I'll come back to this board. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do. There's crust everywhere. Like I'm gonna just do the whole thing. So I'll be back in a bit. You know what? I've got time to kill while my board dries. Why don't we start on these flipper rebuilds? I've got a good solid hour and a half, maybe more. So this is what they call linear flippers. You got a right side, you got a left side, you got this nylon thing that fits between the plunger here. And, you know, I haven't played the game enough to really have paid attention to how well the flippers are working. But, you know, nonetheless, we're going to rebuild them. We're going to do this. We're going to get rid of this linear crap. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the coil stop. I can just leave the coil hanging. Loosen off this crank off the flipper bat, and then remove the whole mech, and we'll throw it on the table there and have a closer look. Okay, I've got the flipper assembly removed. I just desoldered these two wires from the end of stroke switch, which ended up flicking some solder into my face and got a little bit on my lip, so I might have a little burn mark from that, so that's fun. And as you can see, there's an extra couple holes here that they put in some random screws to try and hold the assembly in place, because a couple of these holes are stripped. I gave everything a wipe down and got rid of the majority of the black that was around here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to beef up those holes to give the screws something to bite into. They had this honking screw in there. This guy here, here's the extra couple green Robertson screws, and then I think we have, oh, maybe 2 originals left of the 4. Got a very worn coil stop, and here is the plunger. It's definitely got some weight to it, so I can see how you could lose some potential momentum having to flip with all this extra weight compared to the original plunger and link, which you can't really see. And then here is the crank, and surprisingly, oh yeah, there's that flat spot. That can cause all kinds of havoc. That flat spot being worn, usually it's way worse. It's actually not that bad. So we're gonna get rid of this and change out the end of stroke switch, potentially the bushing, and yeah, I haven't done this before, so we're going to learn together, so let's figure this out. Alright, I'm just going to roll, and if it's enthralling enough, I'll include this. If it's boring, I will time-lapse it. So we're just going to run with it and see what happens here. So let's get rid of this. This is basically, here is the garbage pile. Garbage, 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 garbage. I may reuse this. Garbage, 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 like so. Okay, well, start with the bushing. See what we need out of this kit. This is a different kind of end of stroke switch, so I don't know that I can use this. There's a coil stop, plunger and link, and bushing, and springs. We're going to need a couple C-clips. There's one there. This didn't come in the kit. Actually, this came from my own personal stash. Oh, and also, the kit did not come with these cranks. I found them in my used parts pile and just cleaned them up. I just stuck them in the bag for now. So I got a left and I got a right. So we need that. And that might be it. So, you know, it goes like this. And then you put the C-clip on it. And yeah, so that's how that's going to work. So let's start with the bushing. I think that people do recommend getting rid of this little nyliner, whatever the hell it's called. Shane Jackson says he does not get rid of it. I don't know why. Well, you wouldn't. It's not like it's a hard step to do. Probably should clean this whole thing up first before I start reassembling. Although in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. It smells like vinegar down here. Because the vinegar I happen to have was cleaning vinegar, so it's like extra strong. Alright, how do these compare? They're a little bit different. Is that going to be a problem? I do not know. I don't want to install this thing to find out that it is a problem. Sometimes I just don't like messing with original bushings. Like, this thing is in pretty good shape for its age, especially. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with the original. Just is slightly different. Is this correct? If I got this on right? Yeah. Slight differences can cause great issues, I have found, if anything, in the world of pinball. So that bushing is in good shape, so I'm going to leave it. Now, if I find that the other bushing is broken, I'm going to be pissed, because that means I'll have to change both. So I should check that out before I get too far. Anyway, now what? So we got a plunger, like so. Is that right? No, it goes like this. We need an imaginary flipper bat. Or how about a real one? Let's do this. Okay. And we need the crank to go something like this. It's gonna go like this. As you can see, this is gonna be a bit of a learning curve. That is not correct. So rather than bore you with all me trying to figure this crap out, I am going to, I'll cut back once I kind of get it figured out, and then I'll show you. Okay, I figured it out. So, I did get rid of the nyliner thing. It is brittle and unnecessary. So I got my return spring here, plunger and link, my crank on the underside of this. I have the C-clip. Okay. I'm probably going to reinstall this spring washer here. And the solenoid goes here. Coil stop goes here. Now there's two kinds of coil stops for these old Ballys. There's this style, which is kind of like a cylinder in a cylinder, almost kind of look. It's kind of flat. Then there's the other style, which is solid black and has a little bit of a taper on the end. They recommend to use that style for this. I don't have that style. I'm going to go with this. Shane said it should be fine. The kit that I have, which is, I don't remember if I showed this or not. I don't think I did, actually. This is a kit Bally Flip 03. I'm not sure what mini rebuild kit. That means it doesn't come with those left and right cranks, which fortunately I happen to have. So this came with everything but these C-clips. It came with these tiny ass little C-clips, and I tried to put one on there and I don't think it was on there very good, so I went with this style. Anyway, so with this kit, extra couple C-clips and a left and right plunger cranky thingy, I was able to get this to work. So that's going to go there. I cleaned the end of stroke switch. Check this out. See, that's the action there. Wonder if I should put a little rubber on that metal there where it touches the switch. But yeah, it's nice and clean, and it looks like it's going to work good. So I just got to beef up those holes first and then reinstall this. Okay, I got a couple new screws. Now I've got a complete set of matching 4 screws. And I've just used my toothpick and wood glue strategy to fill the holes. There we go. I won't be using the extra couple holes that they put in there. Let's zoom out a little bit. And yeah, I think I can install my mech now and solder up my end of stroke switch. Okay, flipper number 1 is done. And yeah, I don't think that this flipper mech has ever been touched since day 1, because all that soldering looks original. It still has the little plastic thingamajiggy to go over the switch blade there on both sides. This coil does look like it was replaced, because it's just a generic coil, but everything else is pretty damn original. So I'm happy with how this went. It is in there solid now with the original 4-screw strategy and not the extra little crap that was added on. My end of stroke switch, I think I've got adjusted to my likeness. Feels nice and snappy. And I did put some electrical tape on this metal arm here, so just in case that messes with the metals there, because, you know, that's how they did it originally, so we'll keep that the same. I just don't have my flipper bat tightened up yet. Before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to rinse and repeat with the left flipper mech. Okay, I got this flipper mech all prepped, and out of the 4 original screws, we've got 2. Make that 1. And yeah, so that another longie and a washer, 1 screw missing altogether. And when they did change that coil, they lost the spring washer, so I grabbed one out of my rebuild kit. And this end of stroke switch, it looks a little rough, but I cleaned it up, and should be it's hard to do one-handed. It should be adjusted okay. I'll fine-tune it once I install it, but yep, this guy's ready to go in. Okay, here is the graveyard of old parts. And I've got everything installed. I've got end of stroke switches adjusted. And I've got my electrical tape on this guy, but that's it. It's done except for aligning and tightening up the flipper bats. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Same episode, don't you worry. And I'll grab that lamp board, stick that in, tighten up these flipper bats, and see what happens. Okay, I'm back. I kind of almost forget where I left off. Let's see here. Let's get some light. Okay, I cleaned the board with the vinegar. Well, more of a, preventative measure. And then after that dried, I went over it again with 99% isopropyl alcohol. So, still some remnants of damage there, but all in all, I'm happy with it. Just shouldn't spread any more alkaline. And if it does, oh well, it's a very simple board and very easy to repair if anything goes awry on it. So that board's ready to go in. Actually, while we're here, let's break them off some. I've never used this style LED adapter yet. There we go. So pretty simple. It's labeled. You got your J1, J2, and J3. So we'll pop these on now, because why not? Probably be easier being able to press them on while they're on a table. J2 is this guy. Should have my glasses on for this, but I'm just going by feel, making sure I'm not missing any pins. J1 right here. There we go, all that's left. I'll probably do this after the fact. Is the, I guess it's a ground wire. Where's my scissors? I can't tear this plastic, it is too strong for me. I just had Kevin, I was just at his place checking out his new Cactus Canyon. There's a video for that coming out. I don't know if that'll happen after or before this, so who knows. But I literally couldn't undo these screws because my wrists are too weak. But in short order, Kevin got them undone. So this is a good coil, and I want to put it in my coil pile. But I couldn't undo the damn screws. So Kevin got that done for me in 10 seconds. And he also gave me these drop targets that were donated to me by Eric, who just picked up his hard body that Kevin just restored beautifully. So thanks, Eric, for the extra drop targets. I can hang these up or do something fun with them. But yeah, thanks, appreciate that. Eric knows I like to have crap all over my basement, every square inch, anything pinball related. Okay, and then here is the ground wire. Try and cut the elastic without cutting the wire. So this is kind of cool. This is different. It's got one of these like multimeter clip lead thingies. So instead of an alligator clip, that seems like a pretty reliable solution. I like that. So I'm just jumper from J1 to J2 to J3 and then to the ground strap or some strap in the back box. So I will get that set up and then we'll check out the LEDs and see if the flicker's gone away, and then tighten up some flipper bats. Okay, before I actually connect the ground wire on the lamp driver, let's see if the replacement of the two SCRs got our two lions to work. Oh, it looked promising. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay. Oh, wait. I lied. Okay, that 30,000 light does go off in attract mode. David, I misinformed you. Good luck working on your Frontier. It's coming along nicely. And yeah, he just recently got a Frontier playfield, fully populated, and stuck it into his Viking cabinet and is trying to get it going, and he's having some good success with that. But I falsely told him this is not going off in attract mode. That's not true. And these blue LEDs are pretty shitty. They're the kind of clear dome style, and I think I need to change those out. So let's just double check. Lamp test here. Make sure every bulb is working. They don't look so bad in lamp test, do they? But I'm gonna probably change them out to some other blue LEDs and see if they look better. They're just kind of, I don't know, not as brilliant as they could be. So, oh, this pop bumper light. Other than that, all of our light bulbs are good to go. All right, so I'll be right back. We'll plug in the ground wire and try and get rid of this flicker. I actually like how these little connectors are done compared to the Alltech. The Alltech are little just 2-pin guys that you just stick on, but these also 2-pin, but they have the little locking portion to them. So when you, oh, this is being a little tricky, but there, it like clicks into place, and that ain't gonna fall off. So I like what Eddie has done with this design. That's Eddie Durazio, and yeah, he thought this through too. Trying to apply this connector from the left side would be a pain in the butt, so this one you stick in from the top. So I like this design very much. Click that into place. Okay, now for the big reveal. Let's turn off, it doesn't really show up very well on the camera. The flicker doesn't show up very well. Like, I'm looking at this and it is obnoxiously flickering. Through the camera, kind of looks just fine, so I don't know how well this is going to show. So I'm going to connect this. I probably should read where this is supposed to go. It's one or two of the options. I don't know what happens if I get it wrong. Let's see. If I just touch that, nothing seems to happen. What about this? Everything looks like it stays lit. I don't know if that's the right option. That's still flickery. What about this line? Hey, that line looks good. That's this one right here. So, isn't that the same? No, I guess it's not the same. Let's just hook that in there. Now, hey, got a special light out. What? And this is out too. When did that happen? When I disconnect the wire from there, they go back on. Alright, well, I should probably read some instructions or something and find out where this actually goes. Like, why the heck does that happen? Why do they go out? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, well, I'll figure it out and I'll be back. Okay, I'm not sure what to make of the situation at hand. I did make a post on Pinball Repair Help Group to see if anybody knew what the F is going on. I did check the voltage. So it's a 5-volt line. So you're supposed to connect this to. I checked the voltage. It is 5 volts and change, I believe. Anywhere from 5 to 6 you want. So the voltage is good. And every single other bulb works perfectly. Except somehow these two stop working. So that makes 0 sense to me. And I'm going to move on until I potentially find an answer from posting in that group. But it does look amazing. I'm going to mess with those blue LEDs still, I think. But anyway, other than those 2 bulbs, make that 3. I'll fix that. Oh, there, done. I'll tighten up that socket and then tighten up these flippers and give this thing a play test. Okay, sadly, the plot thickens. I go to start a game. My C's not lit up. It's not lighting my predators up. Now all of a sudden, these 3 lights are lit. Okay, something is definitely very wrong here. And I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. Like, is there a chance I put the connectors in the wrong spot? Did I miss a pin? Let's see. Looks okay, I think. Okay. J2 is in J2. J3 is in J3. So I don't know what it is, but I'm thinking that it might be the LED boards themselves might be faulty. So I'm going to remove them and see if that fixes things. Okay, I think I found the problem. And here it is. Me. Check this out. I was about to remove this connector. This adapter. And what do you got there? Oh, that is a pin that I missed. So let me remedy that and see what happens. All right, let's see what happens now. Turn off my overhead light here. All right, let's just go straight to lamp test. Hey, that looks better. Okay, I can update my pinball repair group post. Say that I found the issue. 'Twas myself yet again. And just for fun, let's throw it into a game here. That looks better. Perfect. Okay. Well, is that normal though? I don't know the rules well enough, but I thought this stuff didn't advance until you hit this. No? That's just multiplier stuff? So does this mean I have 70,000 in bonus? Times 4? Is that what that means? Is it supposed to start on 20? Is this a lamp issue, or is this a me not knowing what the hell I'm doing issue? I'm hitting ABCs. Okay, A, B, C. I don't know, that doesn't seem right. I'm gonna have to look into that, but guess that's progress. Okay, I removed the LED adapters altogether, and seems like normal behavior. You start on 10,000, you get yourself an A, a B, and a C, and that advances you one level. And it does not light up to 50,000. That is not normal. I've got my 3 predators there. I'll do that again. But now it says making ABC, this light came on, will score extra ball. So I don't think it's going to advance this time, because I just got extra ball, I guess. Although shoot again's not lit, and I didn't get any points for it, so that is probably just a setting. Now, it says making ABC scores special when lit. So when this is lit or when this is lit? I don't know, but I think an ABC will advance normally. See, that's normal. Okay. For whatever reason, these guys just started lighting up. One more advance there, and now they unlit. That I do not understand either, but so 20 and 50 should never be lit at the same time. If you keep going, then you can ultimately get the 50 and the 60 lit, which I believe is the max bonus. So I think that is okay. But with the LED adapters in, I get that weird behavior with 20 and 50 being lit at the same time. So there might be like one of the pins bridged to the next pin over or something. So yeah, why is C not lit? Shouldn't it be lit? What is going on? Is that just a bulb being flaky? Also, sometimes, like that. Wow, I thought I adjusted that. That's registering multiple times, so I'm going to need to adjust these. It happened on the C quite a bit. So I'm going to have to adjust these so that they don't do multiple hits. That's cheating. Anyway, I don't know. There's still some weirdness going on. I'm going to have to figure all this out. Okay, for now I'm going to move on to the flippers, but on a little side tangent here. See all these scratches? That is from the drop target assembly. Just the way it sits, this corner likes to catch. So I'm tired of that happening. So I took my Dremel tool and I rounded off that corner, And hopefully that resolves that issue. All right, I got these flippers tightened. Got them lined up to the little holes. Looks pretty symmetrical in the down and up position. If they can just hold that form, I would be very, very pleased. We'll give it a couple flips for fun and see. Just see if everything appears to work fine now that I have officially converted to the old school. We don't really need the ball for this. Those feel amazing. Okay, that's a successful transformation from linear to old school. Yeah, they feel nice and snappy. Let's try and rip a spinner. Where's my ball? Let's light the spinner. And then see if I can rip it. Whoa. Oh my god. I think we got some flipper hop here. Yeah. Frig. I don't love flipper hop. Whoa. That's garbage. But you know what else I discovered? This. It's a little bit loose. So I'm gonna have to mess with that. Because hey, there's the spinner rip, and that's why I'm not flipping around with the ball yet, because no lane guides. Okay, another thing for all you Fathom owners, just so you know about lifting the playfield, that issue that I was having, it's another me issue. It's not a machine issue. The trick is lift the playfield all the way up to that point, and then slide the playfield in. And then you will never run into the drop target issue. If you try and lift it up a bit and then pull it out, then you're going to catch that edge. So lift up, then pull out. That is a lesson for myself. Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm just going to work on some ball hop action, and I've got this one pretty good. I just bent this up a little bit, and I'm pretty happy with how it's behaving. Let's try and demonstrate. It's a little hoppy there, but there's like 1,000 different ways it can feed from that in lane. But as you can see, for the most part, it's okay. I need to bend this forward a bit. Once I do that, see how smooth that is? But I just noticed, check out that little line there. That is because this popped out at some point and scratched over there. What happened is I noticed a little piece of this wire guide, just a little piece yay big underneath the playfield, popping through the bottom of the playfield. I wiggled it, it broke right off. So that's the rest of what should have been on the end of that to help force it into place. But I think if I kind of like add something to the hole and then crazy glue that in there while holding it forward, that might do the trick. Okay, check this out. Oh shit. Oh, you little hopper. Oh, that's way better. I just pulled the wire out and I took my pliers to it and bent the arm forward so that when it's stuck in, it moved the whole wire guide towards the front a little bit. And look at that, that's way better than it was. You know, you can't get it perfect every time, but that is significantly improved, so I'm happy with that. Ooh, not that. Gotta finish on a good note. There we go. Okay, last thing I'm going to do on this video, and then I'm going to wrap it up because it's probably way too long as it is just add a little clear coat to my spinner that I touched up. I remember buying this clear finish professional water-based Varathane, only to find that afterwards my touch-ups went yellow, because even though it's clear finish, it's warm amber finish, and that kind of pissed me off. So, not using that. I don't even know why I have that. So then I found this Wood Shield acrylic polyurethane quick dry clear coat non-yellowing and quick drying semi-gloss clear coat. So I'm just going to add a couple coats of that and then call it a night. Okay, I've got clear coat applied to both sides, and I'll check on that tomorrow. But that's basically a wrap. Oh, and David Morris, earlier in the video, it appeared as though 30,000 light was going off in attract mode. Or did I have it in lamp test? I don't even know. I've had this machine on and off 100 times tonight. But anyway, check it out. 30,000 light and spinner light and 60,000 light not going off in attract mode. So you might have been blaming that on Viking, your donor cabinet, but apparently that is just a Frontier thing. So anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.